ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
So sing to Radha Madhana. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
जय
Jaya
राधा माधव कुंज
कुंज
बिहारी।
बिहारी
Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari
जय गोपी
Gopijana
वल्लभ गिरवरधारी।
Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda
नंदन व्रज जन रंजन।
Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira
वनचारी
Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna
यमुना
Tira
तीरा वनचारी।
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी।
Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya
गोपीश
Gopijana
वल्लभ गिरवरधारी।
Yashodanandana Brajadana Ranjana
यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन।
Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda
यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन।
Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna
यमुना तीरा वनचारी।
Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna
यमुना तीरा
Tira
वनचारी।
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी।
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
हरे
Krishna
कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Hare
कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna
हरे
Hare
हरे। हरे
Hare Rama
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Sri Radhe Jaya
जय
Radha
राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद श्री राधे।
Jaya Nitai Sachinandana Gaura Hari Jaya Nitai Sachinandana Gaura Hari
जय निताई सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि। जय निताई सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि।
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
जय
Jaya Prabhupada
जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा।
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai
निताई
Gaura
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल।
Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवचक्रचार्य स्तोत्र शतश्री श्रीमद His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada की
हरे जय
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की
जय
नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की
जय
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की
जय
जय
श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की
जय
जय
वृंदावन धाम की जय
जय
मथुरा धाम की जय
जय
गंगा माई की जय
जय
यमुना माई की जय
जय
तुलसी देवी की जय
जय
भक्ति देवी की जय
जय
सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय
जय
all glories to the assembled devotees
हरे कृष्णा
all glories to the assembled devotees
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
all glories to the assembled devotees
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu Krishne Matirastu Hare Krishna
हरे
हरे
कृष्ण
कृष्णा
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
ओम नमो
नमो
भगवते
भगवते
वासुदेव
वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
ओम
ओम
नमो
नमो
भगवते
भगवते
वासुदेव
वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम
ओम
नमो
नमो
भगवते
भगवते
वासुदेव
वासुदेवाय
Okay, so today we're going to read the chapter 13. We're going to start chapter 13 and we'll read the 5 verses as usual. But it'll be interesting to understand, like this is the last 6 chapters now that we are coming into. So we had the first 6, which is mainly in the karma related aspects, karma yoga mainly. Then the next 6 with the 12th one that we discussed last time, culminating in bhakti yoga. So the whole, if you want to take it in 3 sections of 6 chapters each, the first 6 chapter is mainly related to karma yoga. The middle 6 chapters is mainly related to bhakti yoga. And then now we are coming to the last 6 chapters, 13 to 18, that will be mainly related to the Jnana Yoga. So this is the 3 main topics of Bhagavad Gita is Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. And generally, it is interesting way of understanding this. Sometimes what is the example given is that of a sandwich. So in sandwich, we got the top and bottom portion as a bread or whatever it is, bun or whatever. And in the middle, you have the actual whatever tasty stuff is there. So exactly in the same way, the way Bhagavad Gita has been organized is that the taste of bhakti is there in the middle, and on the top and bottom there is karma and jnana. And sometimes people say that because it is ending with jnana, jnana is higher than bhakti. But at the end of the day, it is not. The goal is not to argue which thing is better than the other thing. Like for example, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, and jnana yoga. Everything is interrelated with each other. It's not that one is greater than the other. Everything is interrelated. And we have discussed that in chapter 12. Krishna mentions, right? He says the first thing that you should do, the best thing that you can do is constantly remember me. That is the best thing. If you cannot do that, then you can do this. If you cannot do that, then you can do this. So he gives different ways of, and in the end, he says, karma phala tyaga chantir anantaram. So when one performs all the activities without being attached to the results of the activities, that gives one, because when one says that this is all Lord's and whatever the result is coming, it is also Lord's, then one is not affected by whatever activity one does. So the goal of everything learning Bhagavad Gita is that at certain point in time, we develop so much love for Krishna that everything else becomes insignificant. That is the goal of Bhagavad Gita. Bhakto sime sakhacheti rahasyam hi etad uttamam. Krishna says to Arjuna that, Arjuna, because you are my bhakta, devotee, and sakha, a friend, you are able to understand rahasya. Rahasya is secret. So the secret of Bhagavad Gita is man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. As Krishna says, man mana bhava. Always think of me. Your mind absorbed in me. Mad bhakta, become my devotee. Madhyaji mam namaskuru. Offer your prayers to me, offer your obeisances to me. Mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosime. Krishna says, you'll surely come to me, Arjuna. Mame vaishyasi satyam te. This is the truth. Why I'm telling this to you? Pratijane priyosime. Because Arjuna, you're very dear to me. I'm telling this to you. So now we come to chapter 13, which is called the Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. So basically, what this chapter is helping us to understand is how we can distinguish between me as this particular body and me as my mind and me as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. So there is a kshetra. Kshetra means the field, and then there is a kshetrajna, one who knows the field. Just like if you look at the farmer, a farmer has got the field, and in the field they grow the crop. But who is the knower of the field? The knower of the field is farmer himself. The field is the place where the farmer is growing the crop, and the knower of the field is farmer himself. Exactly in the same way, the field is a place through which I am doing my actions, my body. It is a field. And this field, depending on what actions I do, this field will give me certain type of crops. Like if I am sowing something that is a weed, what I'm going to get out of the system of the land is also weed. If I'm going to grow some crop, wheat or rice, if I put in the seeds of a wheat or rice, what I'm going to get out of the field is wheat and rice. So exactly the same way, this body is compared like a field. And me, as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, is the knower of the field. So that is what is Kshetra and Kshetrajna. So we'll discuss this. So let's start. So there is first and second verses are together here. Arjuna uvacha
Arjuna
Uvacha
prakritim purusham chaiva
Prakritim Purusham
Purusham
Chaiva
Seva
kshetram kshetrajnameva cha
Kshetra
Kshetram Kshetrajnameva Cha
Kshetrajnam
etad veditum ichhami
Etat Veditum Ichchami
jnanam jneyam cha keshava.
Yam Gyam
Gyam
Cha
Cha
Keshav
Kevasha
Shri Bhagavan uvacha
Shri
Sri
Bhavana
Bhagavan
Vacha
idam shariram kaunteya
Idam Shariram Kaunteya
kshetram iti abhidhiyate
Kshetram Iti Abhibhiyate
etad yo veti tam prahuh
Etat Yo Veti Tam Prahu
kshetrajna iti tadvidah.
Kshetragya Iti Tadvidah
So word by word, Arjuna uvacha.
Arjuna Uvacha
Arjuna said,
Arjuna said
Prakritim,
Prakritim
nature,
nature
Purusham,
Purusham
the enjoyer,
the enjoyer
Cha,
Cha
also,
also
Eva,
Eva
certainly,
certainly
Kshetram,
Kshetram
the field,
the field
Kshetrajnam,
Kshetrajnam
the knower of the field,
the knower of the field
Eva,
Eva
certainly,
certainly
Cha,
Cha
also,
also
Etat,
Etat
all this,
all this
Veditum,
Veditum
to understand,
to understand
Ichhami,
Ichchami
I wish,
I wish
Jnanam,
Jnanam
knowledge,
knowledge
Jneyam,
Jnayam
the object of knowledge,
the object of knowledge
Cha,
Cha
also,
also
Keshava,
Keshava
O Krishna.
O Krishna
Shri Bhagavan uvacha,
Sri Bhagavan Uvacha
the personality of Godhead said,
the personality of Godhead said
Idam,
Idam
this,
this
Shariram,
Shariram
body,
body
Kaunteya,
Kaunteya
O son of Kunti,
O son of Kunti
Kshetram,
Kshetram
the field,
the field
Iti,
Iti
thus,
thus
Abhidhiyate,
Abhidhiyate
is called,
is called
Etat,
Etat
this,
this,
yaha,
yaha,
one who,
one who,
veti,
veti,
knows,
knows,
tam,
tam,
he,
he,
prahu,
prahu,
is called,
is called
kshetrajna,
Kshetrajna,
the knower of the field,
the knower of the field,
iti,
iti,
thus,
thus,
tatvidaha,
tatvidah,
by those who know this.
by those who know this.
So translation, Arjuna said,
Arjuna said,
"O my dear Krishna,
O my dear Krishna,
I wish to know
I wish to know
about Prakriti,
about Prakriti,
nature,
nature,
Purusha,
Purusha,
the enjoyer,
the enjoyer,
and the field,
and the field,
and the knower of the field,
and the knower of the field,
and of knowledge,
and of knowledge,
and the object of knowledge,
and the object of knowledge.
the Supreme Personality of Godhead,
The Supreme Personality of Godhead
said,
said,
This body,
this body,
O son of Kunti,
O son of Kunti,
is called the field,
is called the field,
and one who knows this body
and one who knows this body
is called
is called
the knower of the field."
the knower of the field.
Okay, so in this, Arjuna is asking a question here. He is asking about different topics. So he starts with Prakriti. Prakriti, the nature. Purusha is the person who is witnessing the nature. Everyone has a Purusha. I am Atma Brahma. So Atma, we as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, in a sense, are Purushas. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva, nature, the observer of the nature. Then Kshetra, Kshetra is the field and the knower of the field, Kshetrajnam. So, and then he also says Jnanam and Jnayam. Jnanam is knowledge and Jnayam is the object of knowledge. So basically he's asking about 6 different aspects. The Prakriti, Purusha, Kshetra, Kshetrajna, and Jnanam and Jnayam. So he's six different aspects he's asking. I want to know about this, Krishna. And an interesting thing here we can understand is that Arjuna is a Rajarshi. Imam Rajarshayo Vidu. He's not just a Raja, not just like a king or a Kshatriya, but he's also got the qualities of a Rishi. And that's why he is able to inquire these questions. These questions are not inquired by someone who is totally under the influence of the material energy of Krishna. When someone is totally under Bhoga Ishwarya Prasaktanam Taya Apurita Chetasam, Vyavasayatmika Buddhir Samadhona Vidiyate. Krishna mentions in Bhagavad-Gita, he says that if someone is attached to Bhoga and Aishwarya, Bhoga is sense enjoyment and Aishwarya is grandeur of life, the whole grand aspects of life, Prasaktanam, one is very strongly attached to those things, Taya apaharita chetasam. Krishna says that their actual mind has been kidnapped by the material energy of the Lord. Maya apaharita jnana. So vyavasayatmika buddhir samadhona vidhiyate. Krishna says that for such a person, the vyavasayatmika buddhi. Vyavasayatmika is that one-pointed devotion towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kurunandana. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that when there is, just like we have discussed this before, but it's good to repeat this. Someone is doing some kind of occupational duty. Someone is working as a software engineer or whatever. And when one is doing that duty, one has to be really one-pointed in doing their duty. They have to be absorbed in doing their duty. Then they will be successful. Automatically, they'll be successful. They don't need to run after success separately. If they are totally absorbed in what they are doing, automatically success will be there. So exactly in the same way, the vyavasayatmika buddhi, when that one-pointed attachment to Krishna is there, that is called ekeha. That is one-pointed. Bahu shakha hi anantasya buddhya avyavasayina. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that the people who are not inclined to understand Bhagavad Gita, understand spiritual aspects of our existence, they are bahu shakhahi anantascha. That means Shrotavyadini Rajendra Nranam Santi Sahasrasah Apashyatam Atmatattvam Graheshu Grahamedina. It is mentioned by uh, Srila Shukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj. Shukadeva Goswami is the son of Vedavyas, and Parikshit Maharaj is a grandson of Arjuna, a son of Abhimanyu. And so basically, Parikshit Maharaj gets the curse that he'll be bitten by a snake called Takshak in 7 days. And then Parikshit Maharaj wants to understand what he should do in 7 days. And then Shukadeva Goswami comes in, and Shukadeva Goswami gives one of these wonderful verses as he says that the people who are not interested in understanding their eternal nature, they hear from hundreds and thousands of different aspects, but never hear about the topics of their actual existence. So Shrotavyadini Nranam Santi Sahasrasa. Sahasrasa means thousands and thousands of topics, which has nothing to do with my original nature as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. That is an unfortunate situation. Even recently, there was this the world's most richest man says in one of the social media that I understand that I cannot get happiness from whatever I have. So basically, internally one knows this somehow or other. See, what happens is we are on a spiritual journey. We are on an evolution, and in this evolution, every birth, if I am ready to understand, like if I am ready to know, go deeper into my personality as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, then every birth will help me to progress in the right direction. But if I am not inclined to that, it is unfortunately going to be punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. Srila Shankaracharya says in Bhajagovindam, constantly taking birth, constantly dying, constantly in the womb of one mother and another mother. Iha samsare bahudustare kripaya pare pahi murare. He says that it is, O Krishna, O enemy of demon Murare, it is very difficult to cross this ocean of birth and death. Please give us your costless mercy. So that is why. So that is the power of bhakti. In bhakti, the bhakta knows that if I totally surrender onto Krishna, Krishna is going to take care of me. One of the examples that they give is if someone is traveling right on a train or a plane, one probably is carrying luggages with them, but they don't keep the luggage on their lap or with them always, right? They actually put it in a storage area, and then they can relax, right? So exactly that is the thing about surrender, because when one surrenders onto Krishna, that's why Krishna says sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Krishna says, give up all kinds of religious activities and just surrender onto me. Then someone might say that, what am I not going to have some repercussions? Krishna says, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayashyami. He says that ma shuchaha. Ma shuchaha means don't worry. Don't have any worry. Don't have any kind of anxiety. I am guaranteeing you that I will take you out of this. Devi hesha gunamai mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. Krishna says that this is my material energy. So it is Krishna's material energy, and that is the reason it is very strong. It's his own energy. So who can help us to cross his own energy? Krishna himself. One of the examples is, say someone like material world is called Durga. That's why the Devi is called Durga Devi. Durga means it's like a castle. It's a castle where the people or the living entities who have not yet understood their eternal nature are in this cycle of birth and death in this castle. So that's why it is called Durga. The word Durga Devi, Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha, Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Bibharti Durga. Ichhanurupam api cha cheshtate sa Govindam Adipurusham tamaham bhajami. It is said in Brahma Samhita, it is said about the Durga Devi. So it is said that Srishti, Sthiti and Pralaya. Srishti, creation, Sthiti, maintenance, Pralaya, destruction. So she is a Shakti. She is a power of creation, maintenance and destruction. Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, Sadhana, Shakti Rekha, Chayeva Yasya Bhunani Bibharti Durga. So that verse in Brahma Samhita is saying that she is like a Chaya potency, a shadow potency of the Lord. Ichhanu Rupam Apicha Cheshtatesa. Whatever Krishna is desiring, Maya Devi is doing that. Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam. Hetu Nanena Kaunteya Jagad Viparivartate. Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gita that under my direction, the material energy is creating all these wonderful things. So this is what we have to understand. Prakriti is that energy of the Lord. Purusha is Krishna. Kshetra is when the living entity is coming under this influence of this body. Kshetrajna is we as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. Jnanam is the knowledge, and Gneyam is the object of knowledge. So these are all the different aspects that Arjuna was asking. Then Krishna says, Sri Bhagavanu Vacha, the second verse, Idam Shariram Kaunteya Kshetramiti Abhidiyate. Now Krishna is giving the definition of what Kshetra means. Kshetra or the field. The field is, Krishna says, is Shariram, this body. So body is like a field. And he says, Etad yo veti tam prahu. And the person who knows this field is Kshetrajna, the knower of the field. Iti tadvida. So, for example, we as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, the biggest, this is what is called ajnana, ajnana, ignorance. Because of ignorance, what happens is I think that the only existence is this body and the mind. There is nothing else other than this. But if I have this, even a iota, a 0.00001% of inclination to hear about Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna, what Krishna is saying, then we will get to know that the body is like a cloth. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grananti naroparani. Tatha shariraya vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. Krishna actually mentions that in that particular verse, he says that just like a living entity takes off the old cloth and puts on a new cloth, similarly, the Kshetrajna, the knower of the field, will give up the old Kshetra, the Sharira, and put on a new Sharira, the new Kshetra. So this field constantly keeps changing, but the knower of the field remains the same. The knower of the field is never born, the knower of the field never dies. And that we are. It is liberation. That is what liberation is. Mukti hitvanyatha rupam swarupena vyavastita. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam what actual liberation is. Liberation means to take off everything that is not me and just get established in me. So this is why sarvopadhi vinirmuktam. Narada Muni gives the definition of bhakti. In the definition of bhakti, the first step that Narada Muni says is that give off all the designations. So basically, when I'm born in a particular country, I identify with the country. I identify with my parents. I identify with my relatives. I identify with my siblings. All that, and then I grow up. I get lots of qualifications. I put qualifications with my name. So it's all. The whole existence in this material world is keep on adding designations, as many designations. But actual spiritual existence is no designations at all. There is only one designation, Jivera Swarupaya, Krishnera Nityadas. The only designation is I am an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. There is no other designation. So when I take off all the material designations, what remains is that pure me as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. That is what is Swarupena Vyavasthita. Right? In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned when I get established in my Swarupa. Rupa form, Swa is my original form. The original form is as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. And the temporary form is me as this particular body. Because we can see, right? We see the different pictures of us 5 years back, 10 years back, 15 years back, 20 years back. And when we look at those pictures or whatever, we'll see that, oh, is this actually me? I'm so different now. So what is happening? This is what is Dehi nosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavanam jara. Because there is a proprietor of the body within the body, that is childhood, youth, and old age. Tatha dehantaram prapti. Similarly, after whatever work has to be done in this body has been done, I need to give up this body. Tatha dehantaram prapti. Dhiras tatra na mohyati. A person who is sober, dhira is sober, who is totally situated in this knowledge. This is what is jnana. Na mohyati, does not get bewildered, because one knows that this material existence is an existence where nothing is constant. Everything is constantly changing. Every moment, the cells in the body are changing. But then we don't see that change happening every moment. We see it when many years pass. We see that change. But actually, the change is happening at every moment. So that is the difference. Na sato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sata. Ubhayor api drishtantas tvanayos tattvadarshibhi. Krishna mentions in Bhagavad-Gita, in chapter 2, he has mentioned that na asato vidyate bhavo. Whatever is constantly changing, that's not an eternal truth. Na abhavo vidyate sata. And what is actual truth never changes. So we, as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, are Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Sat means constantly existing. Chit means full of consciousness. Ananda means full of bliss. That is what we are. But what is this body? Body is asat. Why asat? Because it has got a date of birth. It keeps on changing, and then it has a date of death. So that is asat. Achit, it does not have consciousness by itself. That is the difference between me as a living person and the body is still there. The moment I die, my body still exists. So what is it that is missing? It is a consciousness. The conscious element has gone. So body by itself does not have any consciousness. This is achit. And then body by itself does not have any ananda. The actual pleasure is coming because of consciousness. If the consciousness is gone, the dead body cannot have any pleasure because it will just decompose. It does not have anything. So this is the difference. And human form of life is the only form where one can very clearly understand this and actually get into the depths of this understanding and become established in that understanding. That is liberation. Then it does not matter. We could actually be living in this material world, but we are not affected by it. A Padma Patra Ivambhasa. Krishna actually gives the example of like a lotus flower, which is there in a muddy lake. Beautiful lotus flower. The lake might be muddy, but the lotus flower is unaffected by it. So that's a very beautiful example that Krishna gives. So these are the different aspects. Now we go to verse 3. Kshetrajñam chapi mam vidhi
Kshetragyam chapi mam vidhi
sarvakshetreshu bharata
sarvakshetreshu bharata
kshetrajñayor jnanam
kshetragyo jnanam
yattad jnanam matam mama.
yattad jnanam matam mama.
So word by word, kshetrajñam,
Kshetragyam,
the knower of the field.
The knower of the field.
Cha,
Cha.
also.
also.
Api,
Api,
certainly.
certain.
Mam,
Ma,
me.
Me.
Vidhi,
vidhi,
no.
No.
Sarva,
Sarva.
all.
All.
Kshetreshu,
Kshetreshu.
in bodily fields.
In
bodily
bodily
fields.
fields.
Bharata,
Bharata.
O son of Bharata.
O son of Bharata.
Kshetra,
Kshetra,
the field of activities.
The field of activities.
The body.
The body.
Kshetrajño,
Kshetrajño.
and the knower of the field.
And the knower of the field.
Jnanam,
Jnana.
knowledge of.
knowledge of.
Yat,
Yat.
that which,
that which,
tat,
Tat.
that,
that,
jnanam,
jnana,
knowledge,
knowledge,
matam,
matam,
opinion,
Opinion.
mama,
Mama.
mama,
my.
mine.
So translation, O scion of Bharata,
O scan of
then,
Bharata,
you should understand
You
you
should
should
understand
understand
that I am also
that
that
I
I
am
am also
the knower in all bodies.
the
the
knower
knower
of
in
all
all
bodies.
And to understand this
And to
to understand
understand this
body
body
and its knower
and
and
its knower
is called knowledge.
is
is
called
called
knowledge.
knowledge.
That is my opinion.
That is
That is
my
my
opinion.
opinion.
Okay, so basically in the verse 2, Krishna was saying that the sharira, the body, is the kshetra, the field, and the knower of the kshetra is called kshetrajna, the knower of the field. And then now he says that kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. So basically, me as a living entity knows only about my body. I cannot know about someone else's body, what is going on in their mind. I can only know about what's going on in my mind and what's going on in my body, and that too I cannot know in full, because there are so many things that are going on in body, and it's all autonomous. This is the wonderful, Krishna says, "Aham Vaishwanaro bhutva praninam deham ashrita pranapana samayuktam pachamyannam chaturvidham." Krishna says that I am present as Vaishwanara Agni in the stomach, and that Vaishwanara Agni is the cause of digestion. So that Krishna says that I am. So basically, everything is Krishna in that sense. So we are never separate from Krishna. Mrityu sarva haraschaham, udbhavacha bhavishyatam, kirtir vak shri cha narinam, smritir medha dhritir kshama. So Krishna says that Mrityu sarva haraschaham. As death, I take away everything. So Krishna is death. Udbhavacha bhavishyatam. And he is also the kind of, the birth of the future. Kirti vak shri cha narinam. Kirti is fame, vak is the speech, shri is the beauty of narinam, the feminine aspects. Smriti medha dhritir kshama. Smriti is remembrance, medha is intelligence, dhriti is determination, kshama is forgiveness. So basically, Krishna says all that I am. Basically, who are we? Nothing in that sense. Everything is Krishna. At the end of the day, it is only Krishna in the form of his energy. So in that sense, if someone can be in that state of existence, knowing that everything is Krishna's, then one is never separate from Krishna. The separation happens because I think that, that I am this person, and I own this. This is my body. This is my mind, and I am the person who does everything. So when this kind of attitude is there, and this is an attitude because of which I am taking this birth in this material world. The reason why I have this material body is because my material desires have not got over. Until the point I have even an iota of material desire, I'll need to keep taking body after body after body. And someone might say that, what's the problem? Like if I get a nice life, if I get everything that I want, I have nice amount of money, I have good home, I have good family, everyone is nice to me, such a wonderful life. But the problem is Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. Everything is wonderful in this life, no diseases, nothing. But Mrityu has to happen. When there is Janma, there has to be Mrityu. Birth means if there is date of birth, there has to be date of death. And between Janma and Mrityu, there is Jara and Vyadhi. Jara is old age, Vyadhi is diseases. So this is the actual, the nature of this material world is this. And if I know that I am an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, I am never born, I never die, then I am in a liberated state of existence. It does not matter. Like even if I have this body, iha yasya harer dasya karmana manasa gira, Nikhilasva api avasthasu jivan muktasa uchyate. It is mentioned in the scriptures that even while remaining in this material world, I can be liberated. How? If I am Hare Dasya, if I am totally surrendered onto Hari Shri Krishna, uh, Karmana Manasa Gira. Karmana through activities, Manasa through mind, Gira through the speech. If I'm totally surrendered onto Krishna, Nikhilasva api avasthasu jivan mukta sauchate. I might be remaining in this material world, but I'm in a liberated state of existence. Because I know that this is just like we talk about these different states that we are in a day. We've got a Jagrat state, which is a state of wakefulness when we wake up. Then you have got Swapna, which is the state of dream. And then there is Sushupti, the state of deep sleep. So these three states we are always in. So suppose when I'm going to sleep and then the dream comes, and in the dream I'm doing lots of different things. And then when I wake up from the dream, I know that this was a dream. When I come into the wakeful state, this was a dream. Nothing has happened at all. So when one realizes one's nature as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna, this is what happens. One says that everything else was actually like a dream. It has no it has no substance in itself. The substance in whatever we are doing is coming because I have consciousness in me. If the consciousness is gone out of me, I cannot do anything. I am dead. So in this particular verse, in the verse 3, in verse 2, Krishna said, you know that there is a field, the body, and the knower of the field. Now he's saying that I am the knower of the field of everyone. This is what is Paramatma. Upadrashta anumanta cha bharta bhokta maheshwara paramatmeti cha apyukto dehesmin purusha para. Krishna mentions in Bhagavad-Gita that he is the overseer. He's a permitter, anumanta. He is the bharta. Bharta is maintainer. He is the bhokta. He is the enjoyer. Krishna is the actual enjoyer. As Paramatma, he is the enjoyer. Bharta, bhokta, maheshwara. He is the supreme lord, the great lord. Paramatmeti cha apyukto. It is mentioned that the Paramatma is there so the Paramatma part is what is kshetrajna of all the bodies. Paramatma knows everything. That is what, see, the connection that one establishes with another person, it is the medium of Paramatma is happening there, through which the connection is getting established. So the Paramatma in one person, because the Paramatma knows everything. Paramatma is knower of, that is what is kshetrajnam chapi mamvidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Paramatma is present in all the living entities and is enabling that connection between all the living entities. And this is what, and Paramatma is actually Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hriddeshe Arjuna Tishtati. He says that Sarvasya Chaham Hridi Sannivashta. He says, I am in the heart of all the living entities. Matta Smritir Jnanam Apohanam Cha. From me comes Smriti is remembrance, Jnanam is knowledge, and Apohanam is forgetfulness. Krishna says, from me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness as Paramatma. So if someone wants to remember Krishna, the Paramatma, Krishna in the form of Paramatma, will provide all the opportunities to the person to remember him. Rasoham apsu kauntaya prabhasmi shashi suryayo. One is drinking any kind of liquid water, immediately one can remember Krishna. Krishna says, I am the taste in water or any liquid. I am the light that is coming from the sun and the moon or electricity, any kind of light. So prabhasmi shashi suryayo, pranavas sarva vedeshu. In all the Vedas, the first mantra is Omkara mantra, Om. Krishna says, I am that, I am Pranava. Shabdam Khay, any kind of voice that comes in the ether, that I am. Paurusham Nrishu, any kind of ability that you see in any person, that I am, Krishna says. How can one forget Krishna? It is impossible, right? If one knows this fact, that everything is Krishna's energy, one can never forget Krishna. But one has to have that inclination to understand Krishna. If that inclination is not there, it's like samoham sarva bhuteshu. Krishna says, I am equal to everyone. Name dveshosti na priya. There is no one that I am envious of. There is no one dear as such to me. Ye bhajanti tume bhaktya mayite teshu chapya. Whatever way one is coming to me, I am reciprocating to them in that way. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stateva bhajamya. Mama vartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvasha. Krishna says, whatever way one comes to me, I reciprocate to them in the same way. So, for example, the rain is falling from the sky. The rain falls on equally. The water falls equally everywhere when the rain is falling from the sky. But if some surface is like a rock, no vegetation is going to grow. But if it is a fertile land, you'll get crops out of it. So the rain is not distinguishing. The rain is falling equally. Exactly in the same way, the grace of Krishna is falling equally on all people, equally. But some people have that love for the Lord, and that is the fertile ground. And that fertile ground is able to absorb that love of the Lord. And once that absorbs the love of the Lord, one is in a liberated state of existence. It's a beginning of liberation. Even in iota, swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Krishna says, we have discussed this before. Na iha abhikrama nashosti. Krishna says that because Arjuna asked this question, what happens to a person who is engaging in devotional service? And because they're engaging in devotional service, they might lose, they might not be as good in the material world as someone who is totally materialistic. So Krishna says, what happens to such a person? Are they at loss? And Krishna says, no. There is no loss or diminution in this path. Na iha abhikrama nashosti pratyavayo na vidyate. No, nothing when you lose. Swalpam apyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Krishna says, even a small step in this direction saves one from the greatest danger. So it's costless mercy of the Lord that we have some amount of interest in engaging in Bhagavad-Gita discussion. Otherwise, this material world. This is what in the previous verse when we discussed what Shukadeva Goswami was saying to Parikshit Maharaj. He was saying that in this material existence, there are thousands and thousands of things that has nothing to do with my original nature as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. Shrotavyadini Rajendra Nrinam Santi Sahasrasa. Why? Apashyatam Atmatattvam. Because I did not understand my nature as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. Then what happens is Griheshu Graha Medhina. So there is a Grihastha and there is a Graha Medhi. There are 4 ashramas. There is Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. So Brahmacharya is basically the first 25 years. One is totally absorbed in spiritual activities. So it becomes very strongly embedded. Then one can go into the Grihastha ashram, where one has family life. One engages in different family activities. And then the third timeline is Vanaprastha. Basically, one is Vanaprastha literally means preparing to go to forest kind of thing. That means one has started to develop detachment from this materialistic existence, because then one realizes one's eternal bliss, that the real bliss is independent of everything external. So unless I actually practice that, I will never know it. That's why it's so logical. The whole structure that we have in Vedic system is extremely logical. You've got the first 25 where you're very strongly basing yourself on spiritual footing. Next 25 where you are having a good materialistic life. Then the next 25 where one is slowly detaching oneself and understanding that the real bliss has always been there. It is never gone and it will always be there. And then the last 25 is sannyasa, the sannyasa ashram where one is purely in a renounced state. But then all these, see, at the end of the day, it is a state of mind. It is not external things. That's what Krishna actually says, na niragnir nacha akriya. He says that the actual person who is sa sannyasi sa yogicha, na niragnir nacha akriya, anashrita karma phalam karyam karma karotiya. Krishna says in Bhagavad-Gita that who is actually a real renunciant? A real renunciant is not someone who has actually physically renounced everything. Of course, if someone is in a very mature state, they might naturally do that, and that is great. Krishna says the real is Anashrita karma phalam karyam karma karoti hai. A person who does all the activities without being bound to the results of the activity. So what does it mean? It means that I do all the activities with 100% dedication, and then whatever comes out of it, I'm fine with it. Because I say that whatever comes, it is an offering at your lotus feet, O Krishna. That means one is in a liberated state. So basically here Krishna is saying about his position as a knower of all the fields. So that is the third verse. And then the fourth verse we'll discuss. Tat kshetram yacha yadrak cha
Takshetram
yacha yadrak cha yad vikari yatascha yat
yadvikari yataschayat
sachayo yat prabhavascha
sachayo
sachayo yat
prabhavascha
prabhavascha tat samasena me shrunu.
tatsamasena me shrinu.
So what word? Tat,
Tat,
that,
that,
kshetram,
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 field of activities.
field of activities,
Yat,
Yat,
what,
what,
cha,
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 also,
also,
yadrak,
Yadrak,
as it is,
as
as
it
it
is,
is,
Cha,
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 also,
also,
yat,
Yat,
having what,
having what,
vikari,
Vikari,
changes,
changes,
yataha,
Yataha,
from which,
from which,
cha,
Cha,
also,
also,
yat,
Yat,
what,
what,
saha,
Saha,
he,
he,
cha,
Cha,
also,
also,
yaha,
Yaha,
who,
who,
yat,
Yat,
having what,
having what,
prabhavaha,
Prabhava,
influence,
influence,
cha,
Cha,
also,
also,
tat,
Tat,
that,
that,
samasena,
Samasena,
in summary,
in summary,
may,
may,
from me,
from me,
shrunu,
Shrinu,
understand.
understand.
Translation. Now please hear
Now please hear
hear
my brief description
my
my
brief
brief
description
description
of this field
of this
of this
field
field
of activity
of
of
activity
and how it is
and how it is
constituted,
constituted,
what its changes are,
what
what its changes
changes
are,
are,
whence it is produced,
whence
whence
it
it
is
is
produced,
produced,
who that knower
who that
who that
knower
knower
of the field
of
of
the
the
field
field
of activities is,
of
of
activities
activities is,
and what his influences are.
and
and what
what
his
his
influences
influences
are.
are.
Okay, so basically Krishna is describing in this verse that what is he going to say now, as a continuation in terms of the different details of uh, tat kshetram yatcha yadrakcha. So that field of activities, what it is, and yadrak, how it is working. Yad vikari yatascha yat, such a yo yat prabhavascha, how it is getting formed. Why is it getting formed? Tat samasena me shrunu. So in summary, I'm going to tell all this to you. So Krishna is basically saying this verse that he's going to give the details of the kshetra itself, how the kshetra is coming into existence, how it is constituted, what its changes are, and what the field of activity is, and who the knower of the field of activities is, and what their influence is. So basically, the whole this is called Anadi Bahirmukha Jeev Krishna Bhuli Gela. It is the challenge in the material. The reason why one is in this material existence is because since time immemorial, one is Bahirmukha. Bahirmukha means facing away from Krishna. There is Antarmukha. Antarmukha means facing towards Krishna. So there is Antarmukha and there is Bahirmukha. So when someone is a Bahirmukha, one is in ignorance. That is Ajnana. When one is Antarmukha, when one is facing the Lord, then one is in Jnana. That is real knowledge. Adhyatma jnana nityatvam tattva jnanartha darshanam etad jnanam iti proktam yadato ajnanam anyatha. Krishna mentions in Bhagavad-Gita, he says that any other kind of knowledge, we got physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology, history, civics, lots and lots, accountancy, hundreds of topics we have. All these topics are related to an object of knowledge. Nothing is understanding the subject. Subject means me as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. The only topic that talks about the subject is these spiritual topics: Bhagavad-Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Vedas, Upanishads. They talk about the subject. The subject is me as an eternal part and parcel of Krishna. And object is everything else. This body is an object as well. The body is an object because I can see it. Whatever I can see, that is an object. But from the place where I see, that is the subject. So sometimes what happens is, like, say, for example, the specs. I'm wearing the specs. I might actually think that I'm not wearing the specs, and I'll search for the specs everywhere, not knowing that I'm already wearing the specs. This might happen sometimes, because I'm so much absorbed in something that this might happen. So this is what is the nature. Subject is so close to me because I am the subject that I never think about it. But subject is the most important aspect, because it is from the subject that everything else is emerging. Like, for example, I go into again, we take the same example of the deep sleep. When I'm in the deep sleep, I'm not aware of anything. But then when I wake up, immediately the whole thing comes into existence. So what is happening is, when I'm waking up, the mind is coming back. When I'm in deep sleep, the mind has kind of totally gone into sushupti. That is the deep sleep nature of the mind. So the mind, even in dream, the mind is functioning. In the dream, the mind itself is making up everything. And when I wake up, the mind is creating that projection for me. And with that projection, I'm seeing the world. So one is never seeing anything as it is. One is always seeing it from one's own perspective. So that is the nature of this existence. So this is what Krishna will explain in the other things. And then we go to the verse 5, the last verse that we are going to discuss. Rishibhir bahuda gitam. The verse 5.
Yeah.
Rishibhir bahudha gitam.
Rishibhir bahuda gitam.
Gitam.
Chandobhir vividhai prathak.
Chandobhir
Vividhai prathak.
Brahma Sutra Pradaischaiva.
Brahma
Brahma
Sutra
Sutra
Pradaischaiva.
Padaishchaiva. Hetu madbhir vinishchitaihi.
Hetu madbhir vinishchite.
Word by word, Rishibhihi,
Rishibhi.
by the wise sages.
By the wise sages.
Bahudha,
Bahuda.
Bahuda.
in many ways.
In many ways.
Gitam,
Gitam.
described.
Described.
Chandobhihi,
Chando.
by Vedic hymns.
By Vedic hymns.
Vividhaihi,
Vividhai.
various.
Various.
Prathak,
Prithak.
variously.
Variously.
Brahma Sutra
Brahma Sutra
of the Vedanta.
of the Vedanta.
Padaihi,
Padahi.
by the aphorisms.
By the aphorisms.
Cha,
Cha.
also.
Also.
Eva,
Eva.
certainly.
Certainly.
Hetu madbhihi,
Hetu madbhihi.
with cause and effect.
With cause and effect.
Vinishchitaihi,
Vinishchitaihi.
certain.
Certain.
So translation, that knowledge
That knowledge
Knowledge
of the field of activities
of the
of the
field
field of activities.
and of the knower
And of the knower
of activities
of activities.
activities
is described
Is described
by various sages
by
by
various
various
stages
sages
in various Vedic writings.
in
in
various Vedic
Vedic
writings.
writings.
It is especially
It is especially
presented in
presented in
Vedanta Sutra
Vedanta Sutra
with all reasoning
with all reasoning
as to cause
as to cause
and effect.
and effect.
So basically, here Krishna is talking about. So this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? Krishna is talking, but he is also referring to the other rishis. He's saying Rishibhir Bahuda Gita. All the rishis have also spoken about this. Chandobhir Vividhai Prathak. There are different Vedic hymns that also mention about Kshetra and Kshetrajna. And then there is Brahma Sutra Padashchaiva. Brahma Sutra is called the Vedanta Sutra, and that is like uh, the basics of spiritual understanding in terms of our. So the first verse of Brahma Sutra is Athato Brahma Jignasa. Now is the time to understand me as an eternal part and parcel of the Lord. That is Athato Brahma Jignasa. So Brahma Sutra is the beginning of that knowledge, the real knowledge. And lots of acharyas have given various interpretations of Brahma Sutra, because the Brahma Sutra is it's just few words. Like the first verse of Brahma Sutra is Atha Brahma Jignasa. Just four words. But the acharyas will give pages and pages of description about these four words. And everyone will give the description in their own way. Shankaracharya has got a Sharirika Bhashya. In the impersonal, Ramanujacharya has a Shri Bhashya. So all the different acharyas will give in their own way, on their own understanding. And this is what is Brahma Sutra is. And Srimad Bhagavatam is, so Brahma Sutra is written by Vedavyasa, and all the Vedas are compiled by Vedavyasa, all the Upanishads and everything. Vedesha Sarvera Hamayava Vedyo. Krishna says, among all the things in Vedas, I am to be known. Vedanta Krid Vedanta Videva Chaham. I am the creator of the Vedas and I am the knower of the Vedas, Krishna says. So Veda, Krishna Dvaipayana Veda Vyas. That is what is. So it's a literary incarnation of Krishna, Veda Vyas. And Srimad Bhagavatam is also Veda Vyas. It's written by Veda Vyas. So generally they say that it's Bhashyam Brahma Sutrana. Srimad Bhagavatam is like a full-fledged Bhashya, in the total explanation of Brahma Sutra directly by Vedavyasa himself. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam starts by saying that Janmadya Yasya Atsya Yataha Anvayad. It says that everything is emanating from this Supreme Personality of Godhead. And directly or indirectly, this Supreme Personality of Godhead should be known. So that is what is. So it's wonderful here, where Krishna is saying that even though he is a Supreme Personality of Godhead, he actually refers to other rishis. He refers to the Upanishads and Vedas, and he also refers to Brahma Sutra here in this particular. And then in the continuation verses, he'll continue to go into the details of the different aspects of our existence. Thank you very much for listening. Srimad Bhagavad-Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any comments or questions? If not, we can. Was there something you want to say?
No, I'm good from my side.
Okay. So do we, is it fine if we do the Narsimha then? Or do we want to do some other prayer?
Mhm.
Anything like
Narsimha.
all others are comfortable with.
Sorry?
Whatever everyone is comfortable with.
Yeah.
I'm just aware of Narsimha Aarti. Not sure which other Aarti do you have in mind?
One of the things that we did was Tulsi Aarti as well, in one of the sessions that we had. Yeah. There are various prayers actually, yes. Yeah. But maybe we can decide in advance, I would say, then it becomes easier, I think. We are doing, maybe we can decide in advance what we want to do as the last Aarti, and then we'll do that way. So now we can just do the Narsimha Aarti, if that's okay, yeah?
Yes.
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaye.
प्रहलादलाददायिने
Prahlad-lad-dayini.
हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः
Hiranyakashipu-vakshaha.
शिलसन्धानकालये
Shilatankanakalaye.
इतो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो
Ito Narasimho Parato Narasimho.
यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहो
Yato yato yami tato Narasimho.
बहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो
Barhir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho.
नरसिंहमादिं शरणं प्रपद्ये
Narasinghamadam Sharanam Prapade.
तव करकमलवरे नखाम् अद्भुतशृङ्ग दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृङ्गा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव करकमलवरे नखाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपुर्तनु केशवधीर्ता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव
जय
नरसिंहदेव जय
नरसिंहदेव
नरसिंहदेव जय
नरसिंहदेव
जय नरहरि जय नरहरि जय नरहरि जय नरहरि
जय नरहरि जय नरहरि जय
नरहरि जय नरहरि
जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा
जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा श्रील प्रभुपदा
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि
हरि
बोल
बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय
जय
प्रहलाद महाराज की जय
जय
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाभूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे सर्वं श्री कृष्णार्पणमस्तु कृष्णे मतिरस्तु हरे कृष्ण थैंक यू वेरी मच
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
थैंक यू